Hello students, this is grade 10 physics class, chapter 14, a source of energy. This is a new lesson, new chapter. Okay, yes. So we have completed two lessons. First, light reflection and refraction, that is chapter 10. Then chapter 11, what is the topic? Yes, the human eye and the colorful world, we completed. Okay, so in this session, we are going to enter into the next chapter 14, that is sources of energy. What is that? Sources of energy. Is it clear? Yes. See, due to COVID-19 pandemic situation, NCERT board has been deleted few topics in every subject. So as well as we have some deleted portion in chapter 14 also. Not some topics, most of the topics deleted in chapter 14. 95% of topics are deleted in this chapter 14. Is that clear? Yes. Now you take your NCERT book. I'll give one by one the topic wise information. Okay. Yes. Now take your NCERT book, page number 242. What is that? 242. That is introduction. We have introduction. Then topic number 14.1 we have, that is what is a good source of energy. That topic is there. Okay. Yes. Next, come to page number 243. That is the topic, continuation of the topic 14.1. That topic also is there. We have the topic. Next, turn page number 244. That is 14.2, conventional source of energy. That is main topic. The topic subtitle fossil fuels not there. That is deleted portion. Next, page number 245, thermal power plant we have, that is there. Hydro power plant we have. Next, turn page number 246, the biomass. The topic number 14.2.4, improvements in the technology for using conventional source of energy. That topic's main title, biomass, subtopics biomass. Biomass topics, deleted topic, we don't have that. Wind energy, next page number 247, wind energy deleted one. Page number 248, alternative or non-conventional source of energy, that is main topic, main title. In the topic solar energy deleted portion. In page number 249, solar energy deleted portion. Next, page number 250, 14.3.2, energy from sea, that is title, main title. In that title energy is there, that is tidal energy deleted portion. Wave energy we have, ocean thermal energy we have, geothermal energy we have, nuclear energy deleted portion. Next, turn page number 252, that is nuclear energy continuation, that is also deleted portion. Next, come to 253, the environmental consequence. That topic is there, that is not a deleted portion. That topics is there, we have that. Next, in same page we have 14.1, how long will an energy source last us? The topics we have. The topic we have. So in chapter 14, 95%, how much? 95% of the topics are deleted. We have few topics, just one or two periods, one or two video classes needed to complete this lesson. So don't get panic, very easy one. Okay, yes, I'll repeat it again. You take your NCERT book, page number 242, that page information, concepts we have. Next, 243 we have. Then 244, fossil fuel deleted portion. Then 245, thermal power plant we have, hydro power plant we have. Next, 246, biomass deleted portion. 247, wind energy deleted portion. 248, alternative non-conventional source or non-conventional source of energy, that is main topic. In the topic solar energy, which means in page number 249, solar energy deleted portion. Next, 250, tidal energy deleted portion. Wave energy we have, ocean thermal energy we have, geothermal energy we have, nuclear energy deleted portion. Next, page number 52, 252, completely deleted, that page continuation of nuclear energy. Next, 253, page number 253, environmental consequence we have, that's not a related portion. Next, 14.5, how long will an energy source last us? That topic is there. Okay, the topic is there. So in this lesson, most of the topics are deleted. Most of the topics are related. Just we have one or two topics. So we will see one by one. Okay, this all topics are very important, very easy, like a theoretical manner. There is no calculation, the mathematical solving. Is it clear? It's very easy one. You don't get confusion. Okay, yes. So let's get started. So what is sources of energy, sir? What is source of energy, sir? Is it clear? Yes. So let's get started. So next we will see the lesson chapter 14, that is sources of energy. What is that? Sources of energy. Is it clear? Yes. I am sure everyone heard about energy. Am I right? Yes. Like a potential energy, kinetic energy, or wind energy, solar energy, heat energy, chemical energy, nuclear energy, and so on. Am I right or wrong? Yes. So what is energy, sir? What is energy, sir? That is very big question. You tell me, what is energy? What is energy? You may hear like boost is the secret of my energy, complaint is the secret of my energy. What is that boost and complaint and whatsoever? Why they are mentioning energy? What is energy? What is energy? Energy means nothing but ability to do some work. What is that? Energy means nothing but ability to do some work. That is called energy. That is called energy. So energy means nothing but ability to do something or some work. To do some work or something, whatever it is, that is called energy. That is called energy. So what is energy? Ability to do some work or something, that is called energy. Okay, for example, if you want to walk to your friend's house, you need energy. Am I right? If you want to walk to your friend's house, you need energy. Is it clear? Yes. Here, walking is a work. What is that? Walking is a work. For walking, you need energy. Your body needs energy. Am I right or wrong? Your body needs energy. So here, without energy, you cannot walk. You cannot walk, isn't it? Yes. So energy means what is that? The ability to do some work. Here, walking is a work. For walking, your body needs energy. Without energy, you cannot walk to your friend's house. Am I right? Yes. Is it clear? Yes. I need energy. I need energy to make this video. Am I right? Because I am teaching in front of you. I am teaching in front of you. I am writing on the board. I am walking in front of you. I am doing so many things here. So many activities here. Okay. For making these all activities, which means teaching, I need energy. My body needs energy. Am I right or wrong? Yes. Without energy, I cannot teach in front of you. I cannot make this video in front of you. Isn't it? Yes. The birds flying in the sky. Am I right or wrong? Birds flying in the sky, they need energy to fly in the sky. Is it clear? Yes. Next, the vehicles such as the motorbike, car, then a truck, lorries, which all are running on the road. They need energy to run on the road. Here, running is a work. For running, they need energy. Am I right or wrong? They need energy. Is it clear? Yes. The train which is running on the track, it needs energy. It needs energy to run on the track. Isn't it? Yes. Next, aeroplane. An aeroplane which is flying in the sky, it needs energy to fly. Is it clear? Yes. See, all these things need energy to move or functioning. Am I right or wrong? Yes. All these things need energy to move or functioning. Is it clear? Yes. So what is energy, sir? Energy means nothing but ability to do something or ability to do some work. That is called energy. All things need energy to move or functioning. Without energy, no one can move or function. Isn't it? Yes, very simple. So energy, sir. Where do we get the energy from? Where do we get the energy from? Where do we get the energy from? That is very big question. Where do we get energy from? Yes, from sources. From sources. We have been getting the energy from sources. Okay, it can be artificial or natural, whatever it is. But we have been getting the energies from some sources. What is that? Some sources. Is it clear? So we get the energy from sources. What is that? Sources. So what is sources? What is source? How can we get the energies from sources, sir? Am I right? For example, already I said, just now I said, if you want to walk to your friend's house, you need energy. Am I right? Your body needs energy, isn't it? Yes. Where do you get the energy from? Where do you get the energy from to walk to your friend's house? Yes, the food that we eat. The food that we eat. See, every day we eat different kinds of food materials. Our body burns the all kinds of food materials and provides us energy. Am I right? Provides us energy. With the help of our body energy, we can do lots of activities. So many activities. We can walk, we can sing, we can jump, we can do any, okay, all activities. Here, which is source of energy? Food that we eat. What is that? The food that we eat provides us energy to do some physical activities. Isn't it? Yes. Next one, the vehicles. The vehicles such as motorbike, a car, a truck, lorries and so many things which are also running on the road, they need energy. Am I right or wrong? They need energy. Where do they get the energy from? Where do they get the energy from? The vehicles such as motorbike, car and a truck, lorries and so many things. Yes, the petrol, the fossil fuels such as petrol, diesel, kerosene and so many things. Am I right? The vehicles get energy from the petrol, diesel, kerosene and so many fuels. Am I right or wrong? Yes, the petrol, diesel and kerosene provides energy to move, to functioning the vehicles. So without fuel, the vehicles cannot functioning. They cannot move from one place to another place. Okay, here which one provides energy for them? Which is, yes, obviously that is fuel. The fuel such as petrol, diesel, kerosene and so on. Is it clear? Yes. See, so not only for human beings and vehicles, all things need energy to move or functioning. All things need energy to move or functioning. In fact, in our everyday activities, we use different kinds of sources of energy. We use different kinds of sources of energy. If there is no energy, note this point. If there is no energy, we will not be able to cook food materials. We will not be able to cooking. Why, sir? Because for cooking we use chemical energy. Alright, chemical energy, isn't it? How it is possible, sir? We use only thermal energy, you may ask me. No. LPG, that is chemical substances. LPG is chemical substances. Okay, then burning of food, that is also chemical substances. So, for cooking, we use chemical energy. If there is no energy, we will not be able to cooking. Am I right? Yes. If there is no energy, we will not be able to run the vehicles such as motorbike, car, then truck, lorries and so many things. Because all vehicles running because of fuels such as petrol, diesel, kerosene and so on. Am I right? Yes. So if there is no energy, we will not be able to run the vehicles. Is it clear? Yes. If there is no energy, we will not be able to run the electrical appliances around us. What is that? Electrical appliances around us. Isn't it? Yes. See, in surroundings, we have so many electrical gadgets. Am I right? Electrical gadgets, the fan, TV, mobile phone. I am recording the video because of this mobile phone. That mobile phone functioning because of electricity, power. electric energy. Is it clear? Yes. Then refrigerator, air conditioner, and so many electrical gadgets around us. These all electrical gadgets are functioning or running because of only electric energy. What energy? Electric energy. If there is no electrical energy, we will not be able to run the electrical gadgets around us. Am I right? Yes. So energy is very, very essential for our life to survival on this world. Is it clear? Energy is very, very essential thing to survival, for our survival on the earth surface, on the earth. Without energy, no one can survive on the earth. That is a concept, very important concept. Very important concept. Is it clear? So very, very easy one. So what is energy, sir? What is energy? Energy means nothing but ability to do some work. Ability to do some work, that is energy. Is it clear? Yes. Energy. Where do we get the energy from? Sources. Okay, we get the energy from some sources. Okay, for example, food materials. Food material is a source for us. Then petrol, diesel, kerosene, that is a source of the vehicles to run. Next, electrical energy is a source of, what is that? Electrical energy is a source of the functioning of the electrical gadgets around us. So, in our everyday life, we use different kinds of source of energy. Different kinds of source of energy. If there is no energy, we cannot survive on the earth. Is it clear? Yes, very, very easy one. You don't get confusion. Okay, students, is it clear? Yes. So we have seen what is energy and where do we get the energy from? That is from sources. Is it clear? Yes. So we know in our surroundings different kinds of sources are there. In our surroundings different kinds of sources are there. Okay, which energy sources are there? Okay, our energy sources are there, isn't it? For example, wave energy is there, thermal energy is there, geothermal energy is there, solar energy is there, then biomass energy is there, and so many energies are there. We have so many energies in our surroundings. These all energy sources, note this point, very important. These all energy sources can be divided into just two categories. Just two categories. Look at here. We have so many sources of energies in our surroundings. So many sources of energy in our surroundings, like a wave energy, tidal energy, wind energy, hydro energy, solar energy, nuclear energy, and so on. These all sources of energy can be divided into just two categories. Just two categories. So what are they? You may ask me. So what are they, sir? Can you get an idea? Yes, that is first one, a renewable source of energy. Second one, non-renewable source of energy. That's all. Okay, first one, what is that? A renewable source of energy. Second one, non-renewable source of energy. Let's get started. Okay, what is that? So first, what is that? Sources of energy. So all sources of energy can be divided into two categories. First one, what is that, sir? First one, yes, that is renewable sources of energy. Second one, what is that, sir? Second one, yes, of course, non-renewable sources of energy. Non-renewable source of energy. Look at here. All source of energy can be divided into two categories. First one, renewable source of energy. Second one, non-renewable source of energy. Non-renewable source of energy. Okay, we will see one by one. First we will see renewable and second one we will see non-renewable. Okay, yes. Let's get started. What is renewable, sir? What is renewable sources of energy? Because you have been studying since your lower class. Since your lower class, you are studying. Okay, yes. So what is renewable sources of energy, sir? Look at here. This word renewable, which means not depleted when used. What is that? Not depleted. Not depleted when used. The word, look at here, the word renewable, what is that? The word renewable, which means not depleted when used. What is depleted, sir? Depleted means nothing but destroyed. Tamil we say complete குறைஞ்சி போறது, complete குறைஞ்சி போறது இல்லனா அழிஞ்சி போறதுன்னு சொல்லுவோம் இல்லையா? That is depleted. That is depleted. Look at here, the word renewable, which means not depleted when used. Not depleted when used. What is depleted? Completely destroyed. Completely destroyed. So look at here, the sources of energy. Note this point, very important. I'll write energy because you can get some idea. Look at here. So the source of energy is not destroyed when we used. That is called a renewable source of energy. That is called renewable source of energy. Okay, what is that, sir? Renewable, not that, not depleted. Not depleted, which means not destroyed completely when we used. That is called renewable. So look at here. So the source of energy is not completely depleted or completely destroyed when we use. That is called a renewable source of energy. That is called renewable source of energy, which means the source of energy never get exhausted. Note this point, never get exhausted. Okay, we can get back again and again. There is no end, there is no limit. That source is called renewable source of energy. That source is called renewable source of energy. So we can get back, we can get back again and again. Again and again. We can get back the renewable source of energy again and again. Again and again. Is it clear? Yes, that is called renewable source of energy. Why, sir? Why we can get back again and again? Because the renewable source of energy available in Earth, unlimited quantity. What is that? Unlimited quantity. They supply us unlimited quantity. That is the reason why we can get back again and again. So it is available in unlimited quantity. What is that? Unlimited quantity. The renewable source of energy supplies us unlimited quantity because it is available in very tremendous amount in this world. Unlimited quantity. We can get back again and again. They never get exhausted. Okay, they never get exhausted. Never get exhausted. What is exhausted? Do you know what is exhausted? Exhausted means nothing but, Tamil we say complete குறைஞ்சி போறது, தீந்து போறது, like a destroyed. Like destroyed. That is called exhausted. So the renewable source of energy never get, note this point, never get exhausted because it is available in unlimited quantity. They provides us unlimited supply. Unlimited supply. Okay, is it clear? Yes, that's all. Okay, yes. So already we know this renewable source of energy is never get exhausted. Never get exhausted. So it is also known as inexhaustible source of energy. What is that? Inexhaustible source of energy. Inexhaustible sources of energy. Inexhaustible source of energy. Why, sir? Because the renewable source of energy never get exhausted. It is available in unlimited quantity. They supply every day unlimited amount. So they never get exhausted. That is the reason it is called inexhaustible source of energy. So one more question. Which is known as inexhaustible source of energy? Yes, obviously renewable source of energy is known as inexhaustible source of energy. Inexhaustible source of energy. Isn't it? Yes, very simple. Okay, yes, that is also known as non-conventional source of energy. What is that? Non-conventional source of energy. Non-conventional sources of energy, that is also known as non-conventional source of energy. So the renewable source of energy is also known as non-conventional source of energy. Okay, yet it is also known as alternative source of energy. It is also known as alternative sources of energy. Is it clear? Yes, that's all about the renewable sources of energy. The very easy one. You have been studying since your lower class, like a 6th standard, 7th standard, and so on. Okay, so don't worry to understand the concept. Very easy concept. Okay, look at here. I'll repeat again. So in our environment, we have different kinds of source of energy. Okay, these all source of energy can be divided into just two categories. First one, renewable source of energy. Second one, non-renewable sources of energy. Okay, first one, renewable source of energy. What is the word meaning renewable? Renewable, which means nothing but not depleted. Not depleted when we use. Depleted means nothing but completely destroyed. That is called depleted. Okay, so the sources of energy is not depleted when we use again and again. That is called renewable source of energy. That is called renewable source of energy. So renewable source of energy we can get back again and again. The source which can be renewed or generated again and again, that is called renewable source of energy. Renewable source of energy. So this renewable source of energy we can get back again and again. Okay, because the renewable source of energy available in the earth, unlimited quantity. What is that? Unlimited quantity. They never get exhausted, which means they never get completely reduced. Every day we can use that again and again. Again and again, there is no end because it is available in unlimited quantity. They supply us unlimited quantity, isn't it? Yes. Next one, this never get exhausted. This renewable source of energy never get exhausted because it is available in unlimited quantity. So due to which they never get exhausted. Exhausted means nothing but Tamil we say completely destroy agaradu, completely koranji pogaradu. Okay, so here renewable source of energy never get exhausted. So that is the reason why it is called inexhaustible sources of energy. What is that? Inexhaustible sources of energy, because they never get exhausted. That is the reason why it is called inexhaustible source of energy. Okay, yes. This renewable source of energy is also known as non-conventional sources of energy. What is that? Non-conventional sources of energy, that is also known as alternative sources of energy. So don't worry, it's a very, very easy one. It's a common thing. Okay, is there any doubt? No doubt. Okay, so what is the conclusion here, sir? What is the conclusion? Renewable source means nothing but the source which can be renewed or generated again and again. That is called renewable source of energy. Okay, I'll write here the sources which can be renewed. Look at here, renewed or generated. That is called what is that? A renewable source of energy. Okay, note this point, very, very important 3-mark question, this one. The sources which can be renewed or generated again and again, that source is called a renewable source of energy. What is renewed, sir? Renew means nothing but get back. Okay, we can get back again and again. That source is called renewable source of energy. That's all. Okay, what is renewable source? The source which can be renewed or generated again and again, that is called renewable source of energy. Renewable source of energy is available in unlimited quantity. They never get exhausted. That is third one. So it is also known as inexhaustible source of energy. Then also known as non-conventional source of energy or alternative source of energy. Okay, that's all. We can get back again and again the renewable source of energy. That's all. Okay, yes. So renewable source, okay, sir. That concept, okay, sir. What is example? What is the example for the renewable source of energy? Okay, so what are the sources which is under the category of renewable source of energy? Am I right? That is very big question. Am I right? Yes. First one. What is that? Yes, it can be wind energy. So the examples, look at here, the examples for the renewable source of energy. First one, wind energy. Okay, it can be wind energy, then it can be solar energy, it can be solar energy, then it can be hydro energy, it can be hydro energy. Hydro energy means nothing but energy from flowing water. This is subtitle, energy from flowing water. Energy from flowing water. And fourth one, what is that? Energy from sea. Energy from sea. Okay, this is the main title. In subtitle, it can be tidal energy, it can be tidal energy, wave energy, then it can be ocean thermal energy. Ocean thermal energy. Okay, yes. Then fifth one, it can be geothermal energy. And last one, final one, it can be wood. What is that? Which means forest. It can be wood. So these all are examples of renewable source of energy. Is it clear? These are examples of renewable source of energy. First one, wind energy. It can be wind energy, solar energy, hydro energy, the energy from flowing water. Next, energy from sea. There is a main one. The subtitles are tidal energy, wave energy, ocean thermal energy, then geothermal energy, and it can be wood energy, which means forest. These all are the examples of the renewable source of energy. Okay, is it clear? So this all energy never get exhausted. Note this point. This all energies never get exhausted when we use again and again. Okay, because it is available in the earth unlimited quantity. We can get back again and again. For example, wind energy, sir. Okay, we are taking air. Okay, oxygen and plants, animals are also taking oxygen gases. Do you think the gas level will reduce? No, never get reduced. So it is available in unlimited supply, unlimited quantity. Solar energy, we get the solar energy from sun. Okay, do you think the sun intensity of light will decrease? No, that is not possible. That is not at all possible. Hydro energy, sir, you may ask me, sir, every day the rainfall level decreases, sir. Okay, people are facing scarcity of water, sir. Then how it is under the category of renewable source? Yes, I agree. The people are facing the scarcity of water in some regions, so many regions. Yes, but when rain falling, look at here. When rain falling, that scarcity of water is compensating. When rain falling, when rainy season, the scarcity of water is compensating. That is cycle. That is one complete cycle. So the water level also never decrease, because on earth most of the places occupied by only water by sea and ocean. So they never get exhausted. The water level never get decreased. Okay, that's all. Next one, energy from sea, that is also water. Next, geothermal energy. Geothermal also under the category of renewable source of energy, because they never get exhausted. Next, last one, wood. What is that? Wood. Do you think it will be under the category of renewable source of energy? Right or wrong? I will say that is right. How it is possible? You may ask me, sir, every day we have been cutting the trees in forest, sir. So the trees level day by day decreases. So that how it is possible the under the category of renewable source of energy, sir? Am I right? Yes, that is very good question. That is very good question. Okay, yes. Okay, we have been cutting the trees in forest, the tremendous amount, very big amount. Yes. But day by day, note this point, day by day, which means every day, new plants are growing. New plants are growing. Who planted that? Who planted that? Look at that. There is on a hill. Okay, in front of me there is a hill. Okay, look at that. So many trees are there. Who planted that? You or myself? No. Naturally they are growing. Am I right? Naturally they are growing. So the cutting of trees and the growing of trees both are compensate each other. Okay, both are compensate each other, which means nullify each other. Both are equalized, due to which the wood under the category of renewable source of energy. Renewable sources of energy. They are continuously, every day they are growing. Okay, when rain falling, they are continuously growing. Okay, even a single newly growing plant needs around 15 years to mature into big tree. Okay, so that is the reason why wood also under the category of renewable sources of energy. So these all are renewable sources of energy. They never get exhausted. We can get back the source of energy again and again every day. Is it clear? That's all. So these all are also known as inexhaustible source of energy or non-conventional source of energy, also known as alternative sources of energy. That's all. Is there any doubt? No. Okay, yes. So the renewable source of energy completed. Next we will move on second one, that is non-renewable sources of energy. Okay, yes, I'll rub this, I need some space. Okay. Next one, what is that? Non-renewable sources of energy. Non-renewable. Here there is a word renewable, but there is another one word is non-renewable. What is that? Non-renewable. So already we know what is renewable. Not depleted when we used, but non-renewable. But the non-renewable, which means what is that? Depleted when we used. Okay, so look at here. The word non-renewable, which means depleted when used. Depleted when used. So look at here, I'll write here source of energy. Look at here. So the sources of energy is depleted when we used. Look at here, the source of energy is depleted when we used. That source is called non-renewable sources of energy. That is called non-renewable source of energy. Already we know what is depleted, completely destroyed. Am I right? Yes. So the source of energy which cannot be renewed or which cannot be generated, that is called non-renewable sources of energy. Okay, I'll write here. Look at here. So this is not for this one. This is completed. This one completed. Okay, here. The source of energy. The source of energy which cannot be renewed or generated is called non-renewable source of energy. It's non-renewable source of energy. Okay, so what is non-renewable source of energy? The source of energy which cannot be renewed or generated is called non-renewable source of energy. Why, sir? Why we cannot renew, we cannot generate again and again? Because, note this point, very very important, because the non-renewable source of energy available in only limited amount in the earth. The non-renewable source of energy available in only limited amount in the earth. That is the reason why it cannot be generated, it cannot be renewed again and again. Okay, so it is available in limited amount. What is that? Limited amount. Note this point. Limited amount. Okay, look at here. So this non-renewable source of energy available in only limited amount. Okay, so note this point, very very important. So once it is completely used up, which one? Non-renewable energy source, once it is completely used up, we cannot get back again and again. We cannot get back again and again because we used completely. There is no more source to use again. Okay, so once it is completely used up, we cannot get back. We cannot get back again and again. So the non-renewable source of energy will get exhausted one day. Am I right? Will get exhausted one day. So it will get exhausted one day. It will get exhausted one day because it is available in only limited amount. They supply us only limited amount. Once it is completely used up, we cannot get back. Okay, yes. So already we know. So this non-renewable source of energy one day will exhaust. Okay, one day will get exhausted. Am I right? So that is the reason why it is also known as exhaustible source of energy. What is that? Exhaustible sources of energy. What is that? Exhaustible sources of energy. Whereas this renewable source of energy is also known as inexhaustible because that is available in unlimited supply. But this non-renewable source of energy available in only limited supply, limited amount. So it is also known as exhaustible sources of energy because one day it will get exhausted. One day it will completely used up. Okay, we cannot get back again and again. Isn't it? Yes. Okay, so then this non-renewable source of energy is also known as conventional source of energy. Conventional sources of energy. What is that? Conventional sources of energy. So that's all about non-renewable sources of energy. Non-renewable source of energy, that's all. Very easy one. Okay, look at here. Second one is that non-renewable source of energy. So what is the word meaning non-renewable? Which means depleted when we use. Which means the source of energy gets depleted, which means destroyed when we use. That is called non-renewable source of energy. Okay, we cannot get back the non-renewable source of energy again and again. Once it is completely used up, we cannot get back. So the sources of energy which cannot be renewed or generated is called non-renewable sources of energy. It's called non-renewable source of energy. Why, sir? Why? Because the non-renewable source of energy is available in earth only limited amount. So once it is completely used up, we cannot get back again and again. So this non-renewable source of energy will get exhausted one day. Okay, which means will get destroyed completely one day by using. Is it clear? Yes. So that is the reason why this non-renewable source of energy is also known as exhaustible source of energy. What is that? Exhaustible. What is the word meaning exhaustible? Which means it will get destroyed completely. That is exhaustible. Okay. Non-renewable source of energy is also known as conventional sources of energy. What is that? Conventional sources of energy. That's all about this non-renewable source of energy. Okay, what is the conclusion, sir? The source which cannot be renewed or generated again and again, that is called non-renewable source of energy. Non-renewable source of energy available in only limited amount in this world. So the non-renewable energies will get exhausted one day by using. Is it clear? So we cannot get back again and again once it is used completely. Isn't it? Yes. So that is the reason why it is also known as exhaustible exhaustible source of energy, also known as conventional source of energy. That's all. Is there any doubt? Yes. So what is the example, sir? You may ask me, what is the example of this non-renewable source of energy, sir? Yes, I'll give that. Can you guess any idea what will be that? What will be there? Can you guess any idea? No? Is it? Yes. Next, the examples of the non-renewable source, it can be fossil fuels. What is that? Fossil fuels. Okay, the non-renewable source of energy can be fossil fuels. What is that? Fossil fuels. Is it clear? Yes, very, very important one. Okay, what is a fossil fuel, sir? Fossil fuels such as petrol, diesel, coal, then kerosene, and so many things. And so many things. This is here, coal is very important, especially coal is very, very important here. In fossil fuels, coal is very important. Other than the petrol, diesel, kerosene, and so many byproducts are there. Byproducts are there. Okay, so very, very important non-renewable source of energy, that is fossil fuels. What is that? Fossil fuels. So fossil fuels such as coal, petrol, diesel, kerosene, and so many byproducts are there. So once it is completely used up, note this point, once they are completely used up, we cannot get back. We cannot get back because the fossil fuels available in the earth only limited amount. Only limited amount. Every day we are using the fossil fuels directly as well as indirectly. Okay, for example, the vehicles which is running on the road because of only the petrol, diesel, kerosene, and so many fuels. So many fuels. So we are using vehicles every day. So directly we are using fossil fuels, isn't it? Yes. The coal, we get the electrical energy from burning of coal in some power plants. Okay, so indirectly we are using the fossil fuels like a coal as electrical energy. So directly as well as indirectly every day we are using the fossil fuels. So the fossil fuels level is day by day decreasing, day by day exhausting. Okay, so one day it will get exhausted. Okay, yes, that's all about the non-renewable source of energy, that is fossil fuels. Okay, even in nuclear energy also, note this point, nuclear energy also is under the category of non-renewable source of energy, because the nuclear energy, the nuclear material such as plutonium, then thorium, what is that, and so many things. Yes, and uranium, especially uranium, plutonium, thorium, they are available in very small amount, very less quantity. That is the reason why nuclear energy also is under the category of this non-renewable source of energy, because they are available in only limited supply in the earth. Only a limited supply in the earth. That is the reason why that is also under the category of non-renewable sources of energy. Okay, yes, that's all about the renewable and non-renewable source of energy. Next we will move on next topic. Okay, yes. So renewable and non-renewable completed. Renewable and non-renewable completed. Yes. Okay. Then what is next, sir? Next, which is very important one. What is good fuel or good source of energy? What is a good sources of energy? What is good source of energy? Okay, look at here, already we know in our environment we have different kinds of source of energy. Thermal energy is there, wind energy is there, solar energy is there, then nuclear energy is there, and so many energies are there. And which source of energy is considered as a good source of energy? Good source of energy, you tell me. On what aspect we decide this source is good source of energy, that source is good source of energy? On what aspect we can conclude that, we can decide that? Isn't it? What aspect? Okay, which means what, under what criteria we can decide that source is a good source of energy, this source is a good source of energy? How can we decide that? Decide that. Okay, look at here. So every day we are using different kinds of source of energy. Do you think all source of energy will be considered as good source of energy? No, never possible, because some source of energy may pollute the environment large amount in large scale. Even some source of energy may pollute our environment in less scale, less amount. Okay, here which source will be considered as good source of energy? We need some criteria. Am I right? We need some criteria. So the following criteria or following aspect, we can decide that source is a good source of energy or this source is a good source of energy. Okay, following criteria. Okay, I'm going to write the following criteria one by one. You look at here. You look at here. Is it clear? Okay, first one, what is that, sir? First criteria, what will be there, sir? What will be there? Yes, that is, that source of energy should release a required amount. Okay, needful heat energy. That source should release or provides required energy rate. Okay, first criteria. Okay, now we are going to see on what aspect we can decide the source, that source is good source, that source is bad source. Okay, I'm going to write what are all the criteria are there one by one. The first criteria which is used to decide this good source of energy. First one, the source that should release, look at here, that should release required energy rate. Okay, that requirement is that should be fulfill our need. That is first one. Okay, for example, I'll give an example for that. If you want to cook food, is it clear? Yes, you have a two fuel, you have two source of energy. Okay, first one, cow dung, and second one, LPG. Second one, what is that? LPG. Look at here. If you want to cook the food materials, you have you decided to take two fuels, two source of energy. First one, cow dung, and second one, that is LPG, isn't it? Yes. Here, which source of energy will you prefer first? Which source of energy will you prefer? First one for cooking, whether cow dung or LPG? LPG. Okay, we will choose first one, LPG. Why, sir? Because the cow dung provides only less amount of heat energy on burning, whereas the LPG provides maximum large amount of, okay, which means required amount of heat energy for cooking, isn't it? Yes, very simple. So the first aspect to decide whether the source of energy is good or bad, first one, what is that? The source that should release required energy rate. Is it clear? Yes. If you want to cook the food materials, you have to decide, you have to take the particular source of energy. Am I right? Yes. Consider you decided to take two source of energy. First one, cow dung, and second one, LPG. Here, which one will you prefer? LPG, because LPG provides us for cooking only required energy rate. Okay, required energy. So LPG fulfills our required energy rate. Whereas the cow dung, it will provide only less amount of heat, which means less amount of energy. If you prefer, note this point, if you prefer cow dung for cooking, okay, on burning, okay, on burning, note this point, very important, on burning, it will take long time for cooking. Whereas if you prefer the LPG, it will take less time. It will take less time for cooking because it provides us a required amount of heat energy. Okay, so that is first aspect. What is that? That is first aspect. The source that should release required heat amount. Okay, first aspect, first criteria completed to decide whether the source of energy is good or bad. Okay, yes. Second, what will be there, sir? Second, what will be there? That should be less or no pollution. That's which means that source of energy cause less or no pollution in environment. That is second one. Okay, it should cause less or no pollution in environment. Is it clear? Environment. Second one, what is that? Second criteria to decide good source of energy. Which means what is that? That source of energy. It means that source of energy. Okay. So the source of energy should cause less or no pollution. Note this point. Less or no pollution in the environment. Is it clear? Okay. For example, sir. For example, you have suppose again if you want to cook the food materials, you have to take some source of energy. Okay, it can be LPG, it can be cow dung, hydrogen fuel, and whatever it is. But we need some source of energy for cooking. Is it clear? Yes. Suppose you have decided two source of energy. Okay, first one wood. Second one, what will be there? Second one, LPG. Okay, look at here. If you want to cook the food materials, you have to choose source of energy. Decided two source of energy. First one wood and second one LPG. Is it clear? Yes. Here I am going to ask a question. Here, which source of energy will you prefer for cooking food materials? Which source of energy will you prefer? You tell me, whether wood or LPG? LPG or wood? Yes, obviously LPG. Why, sir? Because LPG already we know. Compare than wood, LPG provides us required energy rate. First one, required energy rate, the first aspect completed. And second aspect, the LPG causes only less in surroundings. Compare than wood, LPG causes less pollution in the surroundings. Suppose if you choose, look at here, suppose if you choose wood source of energy for cooking, on burning, look at here, on burning, the wood produces so many toxic gases, the harmful gases. This leads to environment pollution in large amount. Whereas if you choose LPG also release some toxic gases, not very high level compared than wood. High level compared than wood. Okay, so second aspect, what is that? The source of energy should cause less or no pollution in environment. That is second one. Is it clear? Yes. If you want to cook the food materials, you have to choose a source of energy. Suppose if you choose these two sources of energy, first one like a wood and second one like a LPG. Okay, which one will you prefer? LPG. I will prefer LPG because LPG releases required energy rate, as well as this leads to less air pollution compared than wood. If you choose wood for cooking the food materials, on burning of wood, the wood will release so many harmful gases harmful gases such as the carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and so many gases. This leads to air pollution, environment pollution. Okay, yes, that's the second aspect completed. Okay, yes. And third one, what is that, sir? You may ask the third one. Third one, that should be available in easily. That source of energy should available in the environment easily. Okay, available in easily. Okay, so third one, what will be there? Third one, that is availability. Easy availability. Easy availability. That is third one. Okay. Third one, what is that? Easily availability. Easy availability. For example, hydrogen fuel. Note this point. Hydrogen fuel, do you think it will be available very easily? No, that is not possible. Hydrogen fuel available only a rare situation. Rarely it is available. Okay, rarely it is available. So we cannot use the hydrogen fuel for all our requirements. Is it clear? Yes, because hydrogen fuel required hydrogen fuel release a tremendous amount of heat energy, tremendous amount of generally energy, as well as the hydrogen fuel causes less air pollution. Note this point, hydrogen fuel causes less air pollution compared to remaining all fuels, but its availability is very rare. Its availability is very rare. So the hydrogen fuel fulfills our first two criteria. Am I right? Hydrogen fuel fulfills our first two criteria, but even though it is fulfills our requirement, availability of hydrogen fuel is very rare, very less. So what is the third one? What is the third criteria to choose to decide the good source of energy? That is easily availability, which means easily available or easy availability. That is third one. Okay, for example, the metals like uranium, plutonium, thorium, then these all things source of energy availability is very, very rare because they are available in only limited amount. Okay, yes, this is the third one. And fourth one, what will be there? Can you guess any idea? Fourth one, it can be the source of energy can be store safely as well as transport safely. That is third one. Okay, what is third one? The source of energy, storage and transportable, it will be very, very safe. That is third one. Okay, storage and transport. Okay, the storage manner and the transportable mode will be very easy as well as very safe. That is fourth criteria. Okay, for example, the hydrogen fuel. Come to again hydrogen fuel. The storage of hydrogen fuel is very, very complicated one. Very complicated one, very difficult one. Okay, why? Because the hydrogen fuel is very sensitive fuel. Okay, very sensitive. It will catch the fire easily on burning. Okay, it will catch the fire. It will catch the fire on burning very easily. So the storage of hydrogen fuel is very, very complicated one, as well as the transportable mode of the hydrogen fuel also very, very complicated one, very difficult one. Okay, because the hydrogen fuel is a very, very sensitive fuel. It can catch the fire easily on burning. Okay, the storage and transportable is very difficult one. So what is the fourth one? The source of energy, storage and transportable will be very, very safely as well as easily. That is fourth one. Isn't it? Yes. Fifth one, that source of energy should be economical. That source of energy should be economical. What is economical, sir? Money. That is based on money. That source of energy cost will be less. That is fifth one, economical. What is that? Economical. Okay, the source of energy price cost will be less. For example, the LPG rate, that is maybe around 800 rupees. around 800 rupees. Whereas the source of energy such as the plutonium, thorium, uranium and hydrogen fuel, cost is very high. Cost is very high. So the source of energy cost will be less here, will be less. So under this all aspect, okay, another one aspect is there. Under this all aspect, we can decide that source of energy is good source of energy. Okay, and last one, what will be there? Last one, what will be there? The accessibility. Okay, that is one, accessibility. Accessibility and availability both are similar. Both are not exactly similar, so they are approximately, okay, roughly, that is both are similar. Okay, so this under this all aspect, note this point, under this all aspect or under this all criteria, we can decide the source of energy is a good source of energy. Okay, that source of energy is a good source of energy. What is the first aspect, sir? First one, the source that should release a required amount of heat energy or generally energy. That is first one. And second one, that source should cause less or no air pollution, no environment pollution. That is second one. And third one, easily availability. That source of energy should be available in the earth easily. That is third one. And fourth one, that source of energy should be stored and transportable easily. That storing and transport should be very easily. That is fourth one. Next, fifth one, that source of energy cost will be less. That should be very less amount. That is economical. And sixth one, that is accessibility. Okay, that should be availability. That should be cheap. That is as well as available in very easily. That is sixth one. Okay, so under this all aspect, under this all criteria, we can decide that source of energy is good or bad. Good or bad. Okay, it's very easy one. So this session are getting over. In this session we have learned so many things. Am I right? I hope this class will be very useful for you. So just 1 or 2 periods needed to complete this lesson. Okay students, yes, thank you, bye.